You can't just take one thing and it's going to affect everything perfectly. It needs to be part of the process of healing. Hey, if you are stressed out all the time, that's going to affect your erections. It's going to affect your sex drive, your libido, everything. Well, today what I'm going to do is talk about some stress-reducing foods that you should have in your kitchen right now. And hey, my name is Brian, aka Uncle B, and for the last 21 years I've been a men's performance coach with African Fly, the liquid aphrodisiac. And today I'm going to break all of this down, specifically which nutrients lower stress and why. And I'm going to give you the foods and the herbs to mix together and how you should do that. And if you stay to the end, I got the coaching bonus tip, which is basically how to lower your cholesterol really quickly. So of course, if you like what you heard, go ahead and hit this like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so we can get some more of this information to you. And what I'm going to do is break this down till it cannot be broken anymore. So let's go ahead and talk about some nutrients for stress reduction. And if you paid attention to some of my past videos where I've talked about cortisol, you realize how important it is in terms of balancing out with your testosterone. Whenever we're talking about acute stress, the stress that's right there, immediate danger, we're talking about increasing your blood pressure and lowering your sex drive because right now is not a good time to have sex. You're in danger. Chronic stress, however, means that day-to-day overall stress. Traffic today, traffic tomorrow, traffic the next day, and then repeat. Also stress with life, stress with work, stress with the kids, chronic stress. So we talk about some of the nutrients. We're talking about like vitamin C. Vitamin C will lower your blood pressure and it will lower your cortisol levels. And of course, where we get a good source of vitamin C, oranges and citrus fruits. Complex carbs gets your brain to increase serotonin while lowering stress and cortisol. And you can get that from whole grains, fruits, and vegetables. Magnesium helps to avoid headaches and fatigue, plus increase quality sleep. And with that, we're talking about spinach, kale, and leafy green vegetables. Omega-3 fatty acids actually helps to lower stress also, and it protects against depression. And a lot of times you hear people talk about, well, you need to get it from salmon. No, not from fish. You don't have to get it from fish. You can get it from nuts. You can get it from seeds. And we're talking about pistachios and almonds and walnuts. And once again, when talking about things like kale and spinach, they have folates that stimulates hormone production. And basically it's helping out with your happy chemicals. And we're talking about dopamine. Dopamine helps your body to relax and you just get along better. Avocados are a great source of folates and fat for a healthier brain. Blueberries are high in antioxidants, so make sure you're getting those. And you're hearing this a lot now more. People are talking about probiotics. What are probiotics? Sauerkraut. Also kimchi, and now they got the probiotic drinks. And all of these help to keep your gut healthy. And remember, your gut is like your second brain. So your gut and your brain connection is there. So you want your gut to be happy. So let's go ahead and bounce over to the herbs that'll help reduce that stress. Now, most of these herbs can be found in powder form, teas, and tinctures. And I really like them in this form because that's the best form to take them in because it has the least amount of processing. When we're talking about pills, we're not the capsules, the actual pills, they're colored, they're hard. Those things have been processed, so you're not getting the full value of any herbs that are in them. So let me just run down the list. We're talking about basil, lavender, chamomile, California poppy, ashwagandha, and turmeric, lemon balm, kava kava, valerian root, which is a very effective sedative, so you want to be sort of careful with that when taking it. And taking too much of that can hurt your liver. Ginkgo biloba and ginseng. Here's the thing, fellas. The idea is to take the different fruits, the different herbs, and add them into your daily life. It isn't like, oh, one day I'm going to eat this and then I'm going to get all the benefits. No, this needs to be a regular part of your life. You also want to pay attention to how it makes you feel. Not everything is for everybody, so you want to see what actually works for you. And of course, do not go overboard. Sometimes we think like, oh, well, I'm going to mix this tea, this tincture, this. You want to find out how your body reacts to the individual herbs and teas and things of that nature so you know what works best for you before you start throwing it all in together. And of course, remember this, the most important thing, there is no one magic potion. That's not the way your body works. Your body consists of trillions and trillions of cells. You can't just take one thing and it's going to affect everything perfectly. It needs to be part of the process of healing. And the idea is to essentially get to the point where you don't need supplements. You don't need to get the pills or the capsules or anything. If you're taking it through the foods that you're eating, the teas and the powders, then you will be much better. Now let's talk about that bonus tip, how to keep that cortisol lowered. And I basically already hinted towards it. It basically comes down to everything I just talked about is plant-based foods. Whenever you're consuming processed foods and all foods that are packaged, any food that can sit on a shelf at a grocery store for longer than 2 to 3 weeks, obviously is processed. So if you're eating dead food, you're gonna have bad results. Animal food obviously is processed because it used to be alive. Now it's dead, and then you can eat it after it's cooked. So very much processed. So you want to avoid having all the processed stuff inside of your body, because once again, your gut is your second brain. Your gut is letting your brain know, hey, you ate this is good. You ate this is bad. It's sending signals. You're not, if you're not aware of that, you may be thinking, well, I just have a headache because of this. Well, you need to take a look at what you just ate. I feel depressed because of this. Well, were you drinking that Smirnoff? Maybe that's what it was. Now just check this out. Within 10 days of switching from animal-based to plant-based foods, you can actually lower your cortisol levels by 25%. That's serious. When stress goes up, your inflammation goes up. That's the reason why you want to have these foods into your diet, so your inflammation levels will keep going down. And one interesting fun fact, the human body can't make vitamin C. And guess what all the plants have? Vitamin C. So all those trips you want to go to the moon or someplace like that, you think I'm just going to take some cows and pigs and go and live off of that? Nah, you're not going to make it. The vitamin C is not there. Not going to work. Stop. So in conclusion, fellas, you really need to pay attention to what you're eating, and you want to get to those plant-based foods. That kale, that spinach, the avocado, the beet juice, all the things I've talked about in other videos, it actually does work. Your body's pre-programmed for it. The only thing we're doing is trying to switch your mind back around so you're doing what, you were actually supposed to be doing, not what the Western society with the egg omelets every day tell you to do. Yeah, I know, they messing with you. Question of the day, have you gone plant-based? Have you ever tried it? If you have, go ahead and let us know in the comment section below. And of course, if you like what you heard, hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell so we can get some more of this information to you. And this is Uncle B saying, get your game up and go hard. Peace out.